Yes, sir.
Oh,
All right, Coach. Before we get started, just a legit height weight on Cam Robinson, because you know the recruiting things, they always muck it up. But what's your
well,
best guess?
he's 6'6", and he's about 220 right now. At the beginning of football season, he was not 220, 320. At the beginning of the football season in the fall, he was 343.
Okay. Do you like where he is weight-wise right now?
Yeah, he's moving better. I think, look, when do you need more weight? He's certainly big enough. He's got good feet. That's the most important thing for an offensive lineman is size, feet, and leverage, and he has all of that.
It's different for you with him as opposed to other players. I remember I was talking with the Neville coach because Hootie's been in his program forever. Cam, it's year 2 for you right now. Do you expect a big jump in terms of him understanding everything you're having to do now as opposed to it was in year 1?
Well, I certainly hope so. I don't think he'll make as many errors, and he's certainly going to work harder. I do know that because we're going to see to that. And he kind of understands what we expect out of him more so now than he did, and I think he's going to give us more. And he's a great young man, very personal, got a great attitude, great personality. He is liked by everybody here at school. Can't say enough positive things about him, but he's not as good as he can be. And that's the thing that's my job and the other coaches is to get him as good as he can be.
Explain that. Expand upon that. Because you can say with a quarterback, we need to improve his running ability or his throwing efficiency.
Well,
what do you do with an offensive lineman? What can we expect from him if he's going to be better?
He's got to come off the ball harder every time. Every play's got to be like it's 4th and 1 and you're on the 1 yard line and you're trying to score. And he's got to play like that every play of the game that he's in there. If he does that, he'll be a dominant player because he is big. I've had some big ones before. Of course, Andrew was big, but Andrew was not as big as he is. Andrew's taller than him, but he has more weight than Andrew. And of course, I had Brad Smalling, and there were some similarities between he and Brad in size-wise. Brad played at 320, and was a good player for us. And he ended up playing pretty good for LSU, too. But Cam, really has the ability to be just one of the premier offensive linemen in America, no question about it. But he's got to put it out.
You brought up Andrew, you brought up Brad. Compare him to some of the ones that you've had. Is there anyone where he reminds me the most of this person, or does he take pieces out of everybody?
Well, he's more like Brad. The kid that went to Mississippi State. Lord help. Can't think of his name, but he was probably one of the best ones we've had. And Dylan Day was his name.
All right.
And Dylan had that little mean streak running down the back of his neck. And Cam's got a little bit in him, but he just doesn't play like that all the time. And when he learns to play with his ability, he can be a dominant player in a ball game.
Does he have the chance to be the most highly... I know recruiting always gets crazy, and it only continues to get crazier year in and year out. But does he have the chance to be the most highly recruited player you've ever had?
Yeah, probably so. No doubt about it, because I think the media today is a lot more than it ever has been before on these players, especially the young kids coming up. I mean, he's been looked at ever since he was a sophomore. And I know he got looked at a lot last year, and I know that people from all over the country are calling and talking to him, and they're offering him. Yeah, he'll be highly recruited, and he'll have a chance to be a Sunday player if he wants to pay the price and work that hard.
I don't know how much you follow social media or following Cam and all that kind of stuff, but it seems like when you read what he's writing and what he's saying, are you worried he may not be able to handle all of this in terms of the pressure, not the football stuff, but the off the field football stuff and the recruiting stuff? Do you think it could overwhelm him, or do you feel like he can handle this?
I think he can handle it. Certainly, we're going to put some limitations on that here. You know, the coaches are. You know, I'm going to tell him to go visit your 5 schools this summer, or visit the ones that you are interested in, and hopefully I can get him to commit 4 summers over, is what I'd like to see him do, so he can enjoy his last year in high school and have a good senior year of football, not worrying about where he's going to school. And I know he's been several places already. I know he's been to LSU. I know he's been to Alabama. I just don't know where all else he's been, but I know that he's been to those 2.
All right. Last question. Academically, is this somebody you foresee any problems, or wherever he decides to go, he'll be qualified and that's not going to be a worry?
That is a worry.
Okay.
That is a concern. He's got to do better in the classroom. He is, right now, it's borderline where he's going to be a qualifier or not. And that would be a shame if he's not a qualifier. But he's certainly capable. It's just a matter of him doing it and not trying to have fun all the time. You know, being a kid.
I understand.